top story that we are following here on India Today. In fact, India Today has accessed the autopsy report of the victim in this incident. According to the report, the cause of death is stated to be a hemorrhage. This is a result of the injury that happened. The upper limb, along with injuries to the vital organs, they were the reason why the death has happened. The nature of the injuries is consistent with the road traffic accident impact. This is the autopsy report which India Today has now accessed. Who's now crying and saying that all that she needs is justice for her son.
मैंने अपने बच्चे को 23 साल से एज ए सिंगल मदर पाला है और एक रईसजादे की स्कॉर्पियो जो कि स्पीड की रील और स्टंट मारने के लिए अपने घर से गाड़ी लेके निकले थे अनलाइसेंस्ड। उस लड़के को गाड़ी चलानी भी नहीं आती। ही वाज अनलाइसेंस्ड ड्राइवर। उसने 3 फरवरी को मेरे मासूम बच्चे को अपनी गाड़ी से ऑन द स्पॉट उड़ा दिया। मेरे बच्चे को उड़ा दिया उसने। आई एम ए हेल्पलेस मदर अलोन। आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल मीडिया and people of Dwarka to come forward to help me, please. I request, I beg as a mother, please save your children. Please save your children and help me also.
My colleague Anshul is now joining me on the story. Anshul, this is a shocking case which has now come to the fore. The mother is now asking the authorities to make sure that her son gets the justice. India Today, in fact, has accessed the autopsy report. According to the report, the cause of the death is stated to be a hemorrhage.
Well, definitely, the autopsy report actually tells the entire magnitude of this accident and how high was the exact impact at that point. So, according to the autopsy report, there are damages that can be seen in the cerebral of the victim as well, which means that he got injured in the brain right at the time of the accident itself. In fact, the autopsy report also goes ahead and mentions that the death happened just minutes after the incident had happened, which clearly states that there is no way that any sort of a help could have been given to the victim by anyone, because right after the incident happened, he just lost his life. But what is very shocking, initially the Delhi police registered the FIR, and in that FIR, the age of the accused was written as 19 years old. However, what Delhi police is now saying is that during the investigation, there were documents that were provided from the side of the lawyer of the victim in which his age was eventually reduced to 17 years old, and then it was mentioned in front of the Juvenile Justice Board where he was sent since he came out to be a juvenile. The argument was that since the board exams are lingering around the corner and hence the accused should be allowed to scoot free on bail, and that is something that was accepted by the board as well, and hence the accused was allowed to go out on bail. Minutes after that, the police went ahead and detained the father of the accused as well, because according to the Motor Vehicle Act, if a parent is providing his vehicle to an underage person, then the parent would also be taken into custody and action would also be taken against him. But even the father was given bail just in a matter of minutes itself. Now what Delhi police is telling us that eventually when the charge sheet will be filed, they will frame charges against the father as well. But yet again, the manner in which this accident has happened yet again raises a larger question that how will the system ensure justice to this ailing mother who has lost her son when there was absolutely no fault of a son. Because remember, the victim was just standing on the side of the road on his bike and was speaking on a phone. He was not even driving that vehicle when this entire incident had happened. So definitely the mother is still ailing and is still demanding justice for the manner in which the accused has been granted bail by the Juvenile Justice Board, and his father has also been allowed to scoot free.
Right, Anshul, what's even more shocking is the fact that this particular accused was in fact overspeeding and he was making Instagram reels. And that's one of the main reasons why we are seeing the 23-year-old bright Sahil unfortunately losing his life because of this speeding car. And you also pointed to us the fact that bail has been given both to the father and the son in this case.
Well, yes, what is even more shocking is that the said accused is a habitual offender. There are more than 13 challans that are pending against him, and all of them are regarding over speeding. And even after that, he was driving that vehicle freely without a valid driving license, and his elder sister was also sitting in the vehicle. The sister was 23 years old, and she was the person who was recording this entire high-speed venture that they had stepped out on. But yes, the manner in which this incident has happened, and if you look at the previous record of the vehicle, 13 challans have been issued against the vehicle and the driver, and all of them for over speeding. Definitely, it shows that this was a habitual thing that the accused used to do for the past many days, and he used to upload these on his social media platforms as well. That how he's able to scoot free while driving illegally out here in the national capital. But however, after the incident has happened, both the accused and his sister have taken their social media accounts down from the platforms, deleting all their previous posts. Which clearly indicates that they knew that the laws would be catching up on them, and this could become a massive point of traction or debate, and hence they have deleted their entire social media history at this point in time. But yes, it remains to be seen as to how will now the system and the Delhi police ensure that the ailing mother is provided justice at the earliest.
Right, Anshul, please stay on with me. Let's once again listen into the mother who's now saying that all that she wants is justice for her son, and also pointing fingers at the fact that this minor was making Instagram reels which cost her son his life. Listen in.
मैंने अपने बच्चे को 23 साल से एज ए सिंगल मदर पाला है और एक रईसजादे की स्कॉर्पियो जो कि स्पीड की रील और स्टंट मारने के लिए अपने घर से गाड़ी लेके निकले थे अनलाइसेंस्ड। उस लड़के को गाड़ी चलानी भी नहीं आती। ही वॉज अनलाइसेंस्ड ड्राइवर। उसने 3 फरवरी को मेरे मासूम बच्चे को अपनी गाड़ी से ऑन द स्पॉट उड़ा दिया। मेरे बच्चे को उड़ा दिया उसने। आई एम ए हेल्पलेस मदर अलोन। आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल मीडिया and people of Dwarka to come forward to help me, please. I request, I beg as a mother, please save your children. Please save your children and help me also.
My colleague Anshul is with me on this story. Anshul, if you can throw some light on what exactly will happen with regards to the investigation that will now take place, in which direction will the investigation go? We understand bail has been given both to the father and the son. We'll try and reconnect with my colleague Anshul. This is a horrific case which is now coming to the fore. There has been a minor driver who rammed into a biker, killing him instantly. The guy who was driving the car is a minor, a 17-year-old boy who was over speeding because he was making Instagram reels. The minor killed the biker. 23-year-old Sahil was killed because of this speeding vehicle, and 17-year-old was the one who rammed into his bike. Minor accused has unfortunately been given bail, and he's been given bail because he needs to go and give his class 10th examinations. He had no driver's license. He in fact was on a joyride. Sahil's crying mother is now demanding justice for her son. Sahil in fact was a very bright 23-year-old. He in fact had also secured admission at a reputed university in Manchester. His single mother is now asking the authorities to take this issue up and also to make sure that justice is given. My colleague Anshul is now joining me on the story. Anshul, if you could throw some light on in which direction will the investigation go from here, because both the father and the son, both of them have been given bail in this case.
Well, if you talk about the evidences that have been collected by the Delhi police, the CCTV footage from that area has been taken into custody by the Delhi police. Apart from that, the initial MLC that was needed to be done of the accused and the person who was sitting in his vehicle, that is his 23-year-old sister, both their MLCs have also been done. So it has been established that the person behind the wheel was actually the allegedly 17-year-old boy who was driving that vehicle. It has also been established by the Delhi police through the CCTV footage that the vehicle was at a very high speed. So these evidences have been secured by the Delhi police. But since the law mandates that if the accused is a juvenile, he cannot be put behind the bars, he cannot be arrested, and that is the reason why there is no way in which the Delhi police could have arrested the said accused. But the law also mandates that if at all the parent of the offending vehicle or the driver is present, then he should also be charged against, and hence he was detained. But the sections that have been imposed against him are all bailable sections, and hence he was allowed to scoot free on bail. So now the Delhi police has a time period of a maximum of 60 to 90 days to actually go ahead and file a charge sheet in this entire matter. Till that point, it is unlikely that the Delhi police will go ahead and arrest the father of the accused. Once the charge sheet is filed and then eventually the trial will happen, then only any sort of an action could be taken or a punitive action that could be taken by the Delhi police against the father of the accused. There is no severe action that could be taken against the juvenile at this point in time, because that is something that the law has mandated. So definitely there is not much that the police can do at this point in time. They'll have to complete their investigation at the earliest and then make sure that the trial also starts at a very, very brisk pace, so that the judgment could come at the earliest, so that any sort of punitive action that needs to be taken against the father of the accused, that could be taken.
Thank you. Is underway in this unfortunate and horrific case.